AM 1430 KRGI, 105.5 FM. Good morning. I'm Brian Gallagher. This is Community Connection. Thursdays, we turn our focus to education. And this is truly a rare moment because I got Chris Ladwig to slow down just long enough to sit in the chair so we can talk about things that are going on in his life, even during the off-season. Hello.
Good morning.
Welcome.
It's great to be here.
Let's talk about life at Grand Island Senior High. Finishing up first full year as AD, and there has been a lot of things going on. There's been a few changes that we'll talk about as we go here, but it's all part of the deal. I mean, it's a busy world. It's a big school. There's a lot of things that happen, so let's get caught up.
Yeah, it's summertime, and when you say that, it doesn't feel like summertime up at the school right now. A lot of our kids are in the building going to work, and it's exciting to see all the work that they're putting in. And so it's a fun time, and I'm proud of our kids, proud of our coaches right now. They're just working their tails off in the weight room, camps, clinics, all of those things, getting ready to rumble. And when you look at the fine arts side of stuff, it's just as busy. So, you know, they say it's summertime. That place never shuts down, and it's true. So we're going every morning and sometimes in the evenings with some different stuff. And so, you know, a lot of our kids' youth clinic or camps have gone on, and we've gone through those already. And we got a few more coming up yet to end the year, and so we're excited about that as well.
One of the things that has impressed me, and you know, I've been here long enough to remember when Tom Rathman went to high school here, Wes Wilkinson, people like that have, Whitey Richardson, have gone on and been able to take advantage of the things that they learned here, but then were able to take on to a career. And so as you ask them, what's the number one key? And every one of them said, improve your craft, improve your craft. You know, they may have used a different terminology, but they all talked about working on skills, working on coordination, working on patience, working on your strength and endurance. And let's face it, in any activity, if you're singing, you have to have endurance. If you're on stage and doing a lot of plays, I guarantee you're going to need endurance. But then you get into athletics, you start to see maybe some certain skill development stuff, and it's vital. And all of this camp work, all of this workout effort goes right towards that improve your craft. And us, in doing what we do, if we don't improve our craft, suddenly we're looking at another position.
Right. And when you say improve your craft, you know, the work that we're doing in our AD office is for this next year as well. And so, you know, we sit down with our coaches and our kids, and we have discussions about where we're going, and administratively we take a step back and we look at our own programs and what we're doing. And so, you know, Mr. Lindbergh and myself and Mrs. Tomlin in our office are looking at those things, and we actually had a meeting before I came in this morning to go over some stuff and to improve for next year. And that's the goal, and our kids and our coaches are doing the exact same thing, like you said. All the work that we're doing in the summer is just putting us in a spot to be able to compete and give us the best spot to be where we need to be when the season comes. And so all of our fall sports right now are hitting the ground running with their own camps and clinics and things like that to get our kids caught up, you know, from where we were last year and be ready to go. And so, you know, Coach Bryant just came in recently with our basketball stuff, our boys basketball coach, and he's hit the ground running. They've had been at 3 camps over the last week and a half working on what they need to do for next year. And so all of that work, it's tiresome, it's gruesome, it's hard for our kids, and I give them credit because they come and answer the bell every day and they go to work. So I'm proud of them and our coaches for all they do.
You mentioned Coach Bryant. He's one of the new faces that will be in the building. You've had some coaching changes. Some folks stepped away to be with family. Others have climbed the ladder and been able to maybe move up from an assistant's position. But each one of them understands that this is a new commitment for them too. Do you feel like it's gone well so far?
It's gone great. You know, the coaches that we've that have chosen to go with the family route and things like that, they've been phenomenal for our programs. They've done a great job, and they've built a foundation for us to continue to grow on, and that's the big piece. And I'm excited about that because a lot of our coaches that we have hired this next year are are going to do great things, and they've already got great things in mind, and I'm excited to see it build and grow. It's going to take a little bit of time in certain areas, but they're here for the challenge, and so are we. And I will tell you the ones who are here for the biggest challenge are the kids, and they've, like I said, they've answered the bell, and they're going to work every day, and they're putting in the work. And it's great to see leaderships, because you hear from the kids, and they're like, hey, let's go meet here and do these things. And so they're taking it upon themselves as well to kind of help build their craft and continue to grow. And so I'm excited for that, because our coaches are giving our kids opportunities to accept that leadership role and grow in that way as well.
It's kind of nice that you have your group in the office that's cohesive. Of course, the glue is Mo.
Yeah.
Maria
Yes.
Tomlin has been in that seat for a long time, and it just kind of gives a calming influence on things that go on in the office, because that is a beehive of activity every day.
Yeah, it's even in the summer, it's a revolving door of coaches and kids and stopping in and wanting to do different things, and Maria's always there to make sure to be that loving mother figure, so to say, and she does a great job at it. And so that glue is nice to have, and we will continue to have it. And we're excited to see where we go this summer and continue to put the work in, because we still have our boys basketball camp coming up. We got some tennis stuff coming up, and then our to end the year, late July, we have our youth football camp. And so still some stuff to come, and then next thing you know, it's going to be August, and here we go, and hitting the ground running, and excited to see where we are at, and all the work that our kids put in to see them have the success on whatever they're doing.
Chris Ladwig is the Activities Director for Grand Island Senior High, and visiting with us this morning about some of the changes that have come, other changes that will be in the offing. But I think your coaching positions are full. Yeah, that's all taken care of?
Yeah, we just hired our boys soccer coach, Robert Almquist, last week, and our girls wrestling, Damon Rodriguez, he's one of our teachers at Bar, and we got our cheerleading position filled with Bailey Moritz, and so who brings a lot of experience with some state titles with her as well. So, we're excited about everything that we got coming in with the coaches coming back that have been with our program, and the new ones that we've had, either been as assistant or new fresh faces to Grand Island Senior High. So it'll be fun and exciting, and we're going to continue to make the push and build it.
Are there any things coming through the NSAA that fans, parents, or radio announcers need to be aware of that maybe we haven't heard of yet?
Nothing drastic. I would say it's probably more for some of the smaller classes, because they're following kind of more of what Class A does with some of the district pieces and things like that. But in terms of the day-to-day and what you will see out there, there's nothing drastic that's come out. There's been some proposals and stuff that maybe got shut down that I was disappointed with, just because I would like to see our kids working with our coaches more with some of the rules that we have. But, we're going to continue as ADs to make those proposals, and the NSA has been great to work with. And so continue to see what we can do and make the push to help our athletics and activities become better and better every day with the NSA.
In regards to scheduling, do you like the structure that exists right now, especially in Class A?
I think it's good. The Class A piece of stuff, you have two conferences. You have the Metro, and you have the Heartland Athletic Conference, which we're in. And so, for me, the basketball matrix that we have set up between the two conferences is really, really good. I think it benefits, the programs that are at a high level and the programs that are trying to build. And then, the football piece of it, the NSA still runs. There's a lot of discussion there. D3, talk about a change. D3 is going to get added in a year. So that's not something that's going to go in this next year, but in a year from there. And so there's been a lot of discussions and a lot more to be had. So it's going to be interesting going forward how this all works and what we can do to get, to benefit our kids specifically.
So D3 will be another section of 8-man football besides the 6-man.
Yeah, so there's D1, D2, and then they're going to add D3, not next year, or not this coming year, but it'll be coming the year after. And I think, there's going to be a few changes with some schools from A to B and B to C1 with some changes that are going to be coming down the road that are going to be announced, here with the next NSAA cycle. And so, with that, you might see some changes within the Heartland Athletic Conference with some teams. And so there's going to be some changes within the landscape of certain schools going A or B, conference realignment and things like that. So, there's some changes coming, and so we'll see kind of how that falls.
It's amazing to me, though, how many new schools have been built over the last 10 years especially, and how a great amount of those schools targeted Class B specifically.
Yes. And I think that's going to be the landscape of where you go with the Benningtons and the Gretnas going forward. I mean, when you look at things, because Bennington, they're going to go A at the next cycle, and then from what we understand, they're going to be building another school, and all of a sudden they'll go back to B with 2 schools. So
sounds like Elkhorn years ago.
Exactly, and I think you're going to continue to see those things, and you're going to see the co-ops too, where you see co-ops of names that you are like, what 2 schools or what 3 schools is that? Because that has become more and more because the numbers have declined a little bit within participation in schools.
Well, it's not exactly a boring life, but it sounds like there's plenty going on. Did we cover all the things you needed to get on today?
I think we're good, Brian. I appreciate everything that you do for us.
You know what? We try to make it just happen and keep the kids as a high priority, and I feel good that we're able to do that. So we'll see you in the off season here real soon.
Sounds good. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Chris Ladwig, Activities Director from Senior High. Good morning from AM 1430 KRGI and 105.5 FM.